My name is Diana Valdez, and today I'm going to be giving my part in the Russian-American influence presentation. History has been greatly defined by wars and conflicts in order to gain influence, land, and resources. However, we saw a shift in modern-day warfare, which resulted in the use of proxy wars throughout the world. In the picture provided, you can see a depiction of one of the many wars fought between Native American and North American colonists. This type of warfare was bloody and violent, and many people, both fighters and innocent civilians, lost their lives on both sides. So why has this new modern day warfare resulted? So in a proxy war, there is no direct fighting between two major powers. Instead, the two major powers support and influence another country to actually fight and support them and they support them with the necessary tools. As a result, the major powers involved are usually not directly affected in terms of deaths and damages to their own citizens. It is also important to note that we have seen the use of proxy wars by states that are economically and militarily strong and have a already strong influence on the world. The goal of these states usually have a focus on relative power, which is a state comparing themselves to another state that is competing for more power and influence in the international system. During the Cold War, the United States and the Soviet Union did not directly go to war with each other. Instead, both superpowers at the time sought to gain global power and influence by operating through smaller, less powerful states. An attempt to fulfill each other's missions, or an attempt to fulfill each of their missions. As a result, the Cold War divided the world into two spheres of influence: the liberal capitalist First World and the authoritarian socialist Second World. They did this in a variety of ways, through diplomacy, treaties, and alliances, and by providing trade deals, as well as military equipment and training. Today, the United States aids rebel groups in Syria in order to defeat the Russian-backed Assad regime, which has controlled the nation for the past 50 years. Russia has provided military and economic assistance to the Syrian government in order to defeat the rebel groups, while the United States has aided the rebel groups. Today, these conflicts very much reflect the past conflicts and the fight for power by two of the most influential and powerful nations, the United States and Russia.